viewers, I picked this bike up at a local thrift store, and among other problems, it was missing a seat post. So today I'm going to show you how to find the right size seat post to fit a bike. Now, I recommend starting off by doing a little bit of research. So I went online and Googled Trek 3700 seat post size. I found multiple pages saying that the 3700 had a 31.6 millimeter seat post. But you can't believe everything you read on the internet. One issue is that different model years of bikes can have different size seat posts, but it gives us a starting point. It's also possible that you might not even find the seat post size for your particular bike. In either case, we're still going to have to measure. Now, before you measure, you want to make sure that the seat post clamp is completely loose. Better yet, just go ahead and remove it and get it out of the way if you can, so that we're going to get the best measurement. We also want to go ahead and clean around the inside of the seat post tube, there, the seat tube, because any little dirt, grease, grit, and everything in there can go ahead and throw off the measurement just a little bit. So now, before we do the measurements, you want to check the slot in the back of the seat tube here. The spacing of the slot should be pretty consistent from the top to the bottom. If you find it kind of compressed at the top, then it's possible that somebody had tried to squeeze a seat post that was too small for this frame in there, and it got kind of squished down. In that case, any measurements you're going to make like this are going to be inaccurate. You're going to have to address that situation. I did a video where I ran into a situation like that in the past. Go ahead and check the description for that video. Now, don't even bother with a ruler or tape measure or anything like that. It's just not going to be accurate enough. Now, if you work on bikes a lot like I do, something like this, it's a seat post gauge, it's a 3-piece set, is really handy. And how this works is you basically just kind of slide this in there. Now, notice that this stopped at 31.6, so that is the size of seat post for this frame. So now, most people aren't going to have a seat post gauge lying around. I happen to have one. But so you're going to want to use a digital caliper here in measuring millimeters. And you're going to want to measure like a couple different angles, preferably about 90 degrees apart. And you're going to have to play with it a little bit, trying to find the largest numbers between there. So let's go here, get this here. Because as you move it around, you'll see the numbers kind of jumping around. Right there is, I hit about 31.61 right there. And so let me see what I can get over here. And there's about 31.65 right there. Now, seat posts come in increments of 0.2 millimeters. There are some rare exceptions. They're older bikes, and like I said, very rare. Probably don't need to worry about those. So you want to find a seat post that's pretty close to the measurements you took out of there, or maybe a hair smaller. Now, I measured just over 31.6 millimeters in there, so I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So I have a 31.6 millimeter seat post here, and I'll slide this in. And it slides in pretty smoothly there. If you have to force it in, it's too big. Go to the next size down. Now this one here, there's just a hair of play, which is what you want. If there's a lot of play, then the seat post is probably too small and you might want to try the next size bigger. But this is 31.6 millimeters. So I remounted the clamp here. I put a little thin coating of grease on the seat post here. Slide this in and clamp that down. And that is how to measure a seat tube for what size of seat post should be installed there. Hopefully you found this useful or interesting. If you did, please give my video a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel, click that subscribe button down there. Be sure to click the bell so you get notified when new videos come out. I'm over on Facebook, RJ the Bike Guy. Go over there, like that page. I post a lot of stuff over there. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching.